Right up, everybody. Been a long time. Thought I'd blow the dust off this channel and post something. I apologise that you can see my face if there's young children watching, but I decided I would shoot a quick guide, buyer's guide. I don't know what you'd call it, or like a little setup video about this little boy here, which is my little Vera tool quiver. It's a little tiny, smallest. I think it's the smallest bag that Vera make that doesn't come with a tool. Does that make sense? So like they make smaller tool bags, but they're like for a socket set or something like that. I bought it because I saw Miller's Constructions video on it, and I thought that's quite a neat little thing that. And then one came up they came up on sale, I think at Folkestone Fixings, something like that, for 15 quid. Thought I'll give one of them a go. It's worth it, £15. And this is basically my round the house tools, if that makes sense. This all lives together in a cupboard, and I can do 95% of what I need to do around the house with just what's in here, up to and including anything where I've got to drill into the wall, because then I've got to go and get a combi drill and masonry bits. But aside from that, this saves me trips out to garage to get tools and sorts everything out. So yeah, so obviously it's a relatively compact bag, but I get a lot in it. Most noticeable of which will be this. This is the Milwaukee 12-volt screwdriver. Absolutely fantastic little piece of kit. This, it's good for delicate work, so you can turn the torque down on it. It's pretty powerful for what it is. It's got plenty of torque. It locks up, so you can actually use it to crack things loose like a manual driver. So yeah, do rate these. They are very good. If you don't have one and you're on the M12 battery system, I highly suggest picking one up. I just keep a little 2 amp hour battery on it. It's more than stout enough. And it drives everything I need it to drive in the house, no worries. Carrying on with the stuff on the outside. This is something I picked up not too long ago, but it's quite handy. It's a Stanley Pocket torpedo level. It's magnetic, which is cool. It's got an X and a Y axis level, and it's pretty strong. It's half metal, half injection molded plastic. It has a lanyard hook as well if you're really that keen on it, and a belt clip, which is why it lives on the outside. Then obviously everyone needs a tape measure. This is another Milwaukee. As you can tell, I like Milwaukee. Got this in a twin pack with an 8 meter. My brother took the 8 meter to work, and I kept this one. And this is my go-to tape measure. What else we got in here? Oh yeah, fantastic. So this is my Knipex, Knipex. You can fight about it in the comments if it really means that much to you. But this is my little plier set that I keep in the tool quiver. This includes a 125mm set of the incredible Cobra pliers. These are a godsend, can't live without these. I've got these in 10-inch, and I've got the little tiny 4-inch ones kicking about somewhere. I think it's with my camping gear, because it's really good for pulling pegs out the ground, so that's why I keep them with them. But these get used all the time. Anything where I've got to button anything up that's bigger than 13mm, these come out, and I'll just tighten it up guerrilla style. And then it also has the 125mm side cutters. These are awesome. The jaws are super hard. They've got actually really good leverage because of the design. The pivot's a long way forwards, so it's quite easy to get something tightened, get some really good grip on it. Can't fault them, awesome. Knipex stuff is no joke. If you don't have any, I highly advise investing in it. Also have a knife on here. It's just a standard knife. It's got a liner lock, so it's not one I can carry every day. But it just comes in handy for opening packages, and if I need to cut any sheathing away or anything, it's good for that. And I also have on the other side here one of the Tracer mini markers. Tracer pens are absolutely fantastic. Again, this is my favourite brand of marker pens. I've got the super thin one that lives in its own little pouch. It's really handy for him to any woodwork or construction projects. and this one is just the one I use around the house. Adjustable. This is what I use if I don't want to mar it. This is an Irwin vice grip one. It doesn't get that much use, to be honest with you, but it's a pretty good little adjustable. It opens to, I think, 24mm, which is pretty wide for, you know, a 6-inch adjustable spanner. These are my preferred adjustables. If I've got to get one with the worm style one, obviously I prefer to use the Knipex, Snipex, Knipex pliers wrench, but this does get me out of the jackpot in a pinch, and these are about £8 from Machine Mart. You can't really go wrong for £8. So yeah, that's a handy little tool to have. Then obviously you need Allen keys a lot. I happened upon this Viha, again another tool brand that nobody can pronounce. Compact set, so they have quite deep upper short sections, and they're a relatively shortish overall length, so they're handy for doing stuff inside cabinets, and you know, when like doors that are falling off of cabinets and things like that. Normally a lot of them have got Allen screws, good for tightening those up. Just good to have the keys. I have something else in the quiver that I normally use for those, but these do the job. And then I've got this, which is quite nice. This is my go-to screwdriver. It's a Vessel. They're a Japanese brand. You don't see that much of them in the UK. They primarily sell on Amazon, I think, but the overall sort of fit and finish of these is really nice, and because it's a ball-ended one, you can really crank on it, which is nice. And this one is actually a flip driver. It comes with 3 of these. I've got the other 2 in the quiver somewhere. So this one is a Phillips number 2, and I think a 5mm flathead, which I keep preloaded and ready to go because they're typically what I run into. And then the expensive bit, which is pretty arbitrary at this point, the Vera Tool Check Plus. I thought this was an overpriced gimmick for the longest time, but it is no joke. This is genuinely one of the best tools Vera make, if not the best. The little micro driver is fantastic. The little ratchet's fantastic. The bit holder's one of the best bit holders I've ever used. It's a bit chunky, but it's, in terms of its retention, it's insane. It's got every screw bit you could ever need, including doubles of really popular ones. And it's got the 5.5 to 13mm in 1/4-inch sockets. Obviously got the metric ones. I've got no need for the stupid Freedom Units version. Like I said before, metric is standard. I won't call it standard, so Freedom Units it is. And then to complement the little Milwaukee, I have these. So this is a set of, I have had a bit off of this brand before, Faithful. These are actually pretty good drill bits. They're cobalt tipped with a hex shank, so they fit in the driver. And they do actually get plenty of work done. Obviously they're a metal drill bit, but metal drill bits go through wood, so it doesn't make any difference. And they are supposed to be impact rated as well, and they are still really sharp. For the £9 they cost me, I can't really fault them. And I also have this for drilling round corners. So this is one of the DeWalt, I've had this for years. This is the right angle adapter. This is one of those tools where you may not use it for months, and then but when you need it, you haven't got a choice. So yeah, this is a fantastic little thing to keep. The DeWalt one's really good. The only thing that annoys me is the ejection method, where you've got to push a screw bit in to eject it, which does kind of get on my wick a bit, but what can you do? And then we have a light. A pretty good light, I think you'll agree. This is a Milwaukee one. This runs on batteries. It's not a rechargeable one, but I had this and I didn't really have any use for it because I got sick of having to buy AAAs for it. So this lives in the tool quiver, and I use it when I need it. I don't typically use this nowadays. I splashed out on a Rovivon little pocket flashlight that I normally use, but this is still handy when I need a bit more of a space illumination. And then to finish, well, other than the couple of little things for the vessel that are still in there. This is a super cheap, I think it's just like an Antec or something. I think it was about a £5. But it's a soft faced hammer, weighs about, I think, about 12 ounces, and it has a non-marking face and a normal black rubber face. And I just use that if I need to just tap on anything, just to knock it into place, adjust it, because I spent ages trying to get some IKEA cabinets to sit properly, and this was nice just to, rather than doing it with the flat of the palm, because I had a bit more control. But again, can't fault it for the £5 I paid for it. So yeah, that's basically what I keep in this little Vero pouch. Again, I'm actually really impressed with this. I think it's as hard wearing as the small Vito bags. I don't know what the bigger ones are like because I'm not made of money. But if you just need something to keep like your round the house tools in, or like your clean tools, stuff that will go into buildings with you, this is brilliant. And if you've already got the to-go bag, a couple extra of these, because obviously you can switch them out and things like that, they are definitely worth it. Hope this helps you. Hope you've enjoyed seeing what I keep in mine, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you keep in yours.